We, in the year of 2020, are in the middle of a deadly pandemic and a costly financial recession. But if you were to judge our current god-awful year by the video game industry's low standards, you would think that everything was going smoother than an online casino in Grand Theft Auto. As many of you know, Sony and Microsoft are hell-bent on releasing new consoles out to the public by holiday 2020, despite the fact that we don't know what either system costs or the exact date that they will be ready for purchase. Making matters worse, third-party video game publishers are non-committal about a standard price point for next-gen games. In fact, Take-Two Interactive, a misnomer of a name because the company has never been content to just take only two of anything, listed the next-gen version of NBA 2K21 as $70 last month, which is a $10 price hike compared to the standard game price point of $60. While this increase of price is not universal, seeing as Ubisoft, the company with a culture of sexual harassment and abuse, and yes, I'm just saying this because I never want you to forget that, will maintain the status quo $60 price tag at the start of the upcoming generation, Take-Two Interactive has a different strategy, has recently clarified that its approach to next-gen pricing will be on a title-by-title basis. In a recent article on GamesIndustry.Biz, journalist Rebekah Valentine spoke with Take-Two Interactive CEO Strauss Zelnick about his company's approach to pricing next-gen games, and Zelnick had this to say. To quote, "There has not been a price increase for frontline titles for a really long time, despite the fact that it costs a great deal more to make those titles. And we think the value we offer consumers and the kind of experience you can only have on these next generation consoles, that price is justified. But it is easy to say that when you are delivering extraordinary quality, and that's what our company prides itself on doing." God, the last bit of that quote is such a self-gratifying verbal masturbation of a sentence that you would be forgiven if you mistook Zelnick for a Ubisoft executive. Anyway, to continue the quote, "We just speak for ourselves. Obviously, we do not speak for the industry, and the industry does not coordinate on these matters, to say the very least. The pricing has to reflect the quality of the experience, and we aim to provide the best experiences in the business. And from our point of view, it is an extremely modest price change given that prices have not changed for a long time." End quote. Zelnick's argument that video games have not increased since the Xbox 360 era is disingenuous. Even though he is technically correct in that the base price of a video game has not gone up in nearly 15 years, modern video games come pre-packaged with insidious monetization schemes like loot boxes, microtransactions, day one DLC, season passes, deluxe editions, and probably a bunch of other shit that I'm forgetting about that make modern video games worse and less rewarding to play. Let's be clear here, big budget video games have overall decreased in quality, and if anything, Zelnick's statement about value is ironic seeing as video games have been devalued by these sleazy snake oil salesman style of monetization scams, like the ones that can be found in numerous 2K games, like the previous NBA title. If pricing has to reflect the quality of the experience, as Zelnick says, prices would not be going up, they'd be going down.